So, good evening, everyone. This is Manish from Hyse Digital Academy and Hyse Placement Service Private Limited. We have started our organization on 2015. It's a 7 years old company where we are into training and as in a placements also. Our major base is like placements where we are associated with 750 plus companies all over worldwide, and we have 20,000 plus freshers experience requirements. Okay. So we generally train according to the content and according to our client requirement, and we will show the jobs. So here for Hyse Digital Academy, we are running two programs. One is 20,000 rupees charges, 3 months training, internship, working on live project, certification, and job assistance. And the other one is 1 lakh rupee we are charging. It's a 3 months training, internship, certification, working on live project, and 100% job. Okay, so here we have in a 10 plus years experience trainers with us, and we have in a huge requirements. Uh, and we have morning, evening shifts, online and offline shifts batches also available. So I request the students who are seriously interested for the training and set up their career into IT domain. Yes, this is the best platform. Has from last 2 years we have successfully completed 5 batches. More than 3,000 students we have trained, and this is our sixth batch. Okay, so every month we are starting a new batches. So next month we are starting a new batch. So students who are interested, in the description you have our counselors numbers. You can call them, and you have in a Google form to register to receive a call from our counselor team. All the best, everyone. I request our professional trainer, Mr. Rajesh Garu, please take up the demo section.
Yeah, sure. And
Yeah.
So, hello everyone. Yeah. So today we are going to have a small session on data science, like how people are using data science in today's market, and how data science has developed so much these days in each and every domain. So whenever I'm talking about domains, no, like see, consider like the pharma domain or the e-commerce industry domain or any medical domain or automation domain, anything, everyone, anywhere, people are using this data science very effectively, and they're taking decisions out of the prediction values coming out of the data science algorithms. Yeah, we all know this. But why why there is a need for this data science and all in today's world, right? So we need to understand that initially. So at the initial stage we need to understand like how the data is exponentially increasing these days, right? And how people are collecting the data in which formats, and how people are analyzing the data, like how they are identifying the patterns present in the data. So whenever I speak about the patterns, it might be anything, like anything in the sense it might be suppose there are two inputs, x1 and x2, and there is one output y. So how these two inputs are related with y? So people are taking out and digging out the insights from the data by using so many tools, yeah. So after analyzing the data and all, then people are applying these complex machine learning algorithms for prediction purposes and better decision making purposes, right? Yeah. So today we'll understand how data science has come in picture, and what is the need for data science, and everything kind of, right? Okay, I'll share my screen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So today we'll understand like what we'll see in this demo. Like what is the need for data science, and what is the data? What is data science? What are the use cases? Like in the real time scenarios, how people are using these data science techniques to build better decisions, or to build better automation techniques and all. And yeah, what is the difference between the business intelligence and the data science? And what are the tools involved in data science? And what is the life cycle of a data scientist? So first, we'll try to understand why there is a need for data science this much these days. Data science and artificial intelligence is a buzzword. Everyone are more interested in to learn these techniques, and perform good analytical techniques on the data, and identify good patterns present in the data, right? So what is the need for this data science and all? See, there is a revolution of technology from 2000 to 2020. There's a tremendous increase in the technology side, right? So once the technology is increasing, people are collecting the data, and the data flow is also increasing day to day. So data can be in any format. It might be in a structured format or unstructured format, right? So structured format, what you call, in the databases, you present the data, in the form of MySQL functionalities and all, you present the data. That is a structured data, right? And if you want to go with unstructured data, like the human language, the way we are speaking, the way the Google Assistant is able to understand the unstructured data, these all structured and unstructured data analysis, or the techniques, whatever are there, it can be handled by using certain data science techniques. And people are storing data, like people are storing data in databases, data warehouses, and they're storing it in separate servers and all, and people are collecting data from long back, because people try to get insights from the data, and that they insight, whatever they get from the data, might be useful for their business growth, or any kind of like to get the profit in the business, or how you need to increase the profits, or how to decrease the losses and all. People are collecting data from so long. So, and the lack of predictive analytics. Yeah, that's true. So people use excel sheets to perform analytics initially, at the initial state, and people have advanced that into like Power BI and Tableau, where they can perform advanced analytical techniques in that. And after that advanced analytics also, there is a lack of predictive analytics, like what is going to happen in the next three steps, or the four steps, or the fifth step. So there's a lack of predictive analytics. So that's why there is need of data science, right? So lack of scientific insights as well. So people so the lag behind the insights, to get some certain insights which are scientifically proven, they lag behind, right? So in order to perform those scientific, perform so operations on the data to gather some scientific insights and all, people use this data science techniques and all. For example, like we know mean, mode, and median. People use these in statistics, right? So whenever you come check that in a scientific way, you check that in a scientific way. The mean is present at the center of the data points. Yeah, we all know that, because it is the average of all the data points. And if the particular pattern is not present in the data, the mean will directly tell us, like, there is no pattern present in the data, don't waste with this kind of data, like combine with some other data or something. That's how, we scientifically get the insights from the data, and we develop our own data sets, whether it might be in structured or unstructured format, and we perform machine learning algos, or any data science techniques and all, right? And because of all this, because the data science has introduced us the predictive analytics, and data science has introduced us the scientific insights, where you can get everything from the data. And mostly you can understand what data is speaking with us by graphically representing everything, by using tools, or by using programming languages like Python, R language. We can graphically represent our data, and we can understand how what and how the data is flowing, and what it is talking with us, right? Yeah. So the main intention, to be a good data wrangler or data scientist, you need to understand what data is, like how to collect the data, and how you collect the data in different formats. So data might be in different formats, like data is present in text files, log files, databases, right? So we have so many sources now. So people are storing data in various ways. So coming to log files are something where you track the activities of any of any user activity, or kind of, what the user is doing in your web application and all. Based upon that also, people they are collecting the data, and they're identifying the insights from the data, and they're using it for multiple purposes. Right, prediction. So the second part is prediction. For example, consider this. Like we have a fruit, like apple we have, and we have trained our machine with a rotten apple and a good apple, right? So our machine learning, or artificial, or the deep learning algorithm will understand properly what an apple good apple looks like, and what a rotten apple looks like. And we train the machine with the kind of features whatever we have. And the prediction is done on a new apple, and it tells whether the apple is a good one or a rotten one. So instead of doing the chemical analysis or chemical taking it to a laboratory and wasting the time, the predictive analytics has drastically reduced the time, and it is accurately like up to 80 to 85% we can clearly like get the exact output. So that's why people are using this data science. So there's a drastically decrease in time, and the prediction is also good. And you need to understand the prediction. I mean, you need to understand like in order to make good predictions and all, uh, we need to train the machine with proper data. So the raw data, whatever we get now, I mean, whatever we get from the sources is not ready for training a machine. We need to make sure to clean the raw data, and for cleaning the raw data also we have different techniques there. And after cleaning the raw data only we can train the machine, because we not to get good accuracy and all, we need to clean the data properly. Yeah, I'll tell you this, I'll tell this in a different way. So the more the garbage you give to the machine, the output also will be that the garbage only, right? So in order to get better output, we need to clean the data properly, and we need to train the machine. And pattern discovery. So pattern discovery, for example, take two inputs, same x1 and x2, and there is an output called y. And if x1 is increasing, then the output y is also increasing, right? That's a pattern. So if the x1 is increasing, the output y is also increasing with it exponentially, or however. So if the x1 is increasing, output y is increasing. That means they are in correlation with each other, right? That is called as positive correlation. And x2 is decreasing and the y is increasing. Consider this example. In the second case, x2 is decreasing and y is increasing. That means it's a negative correlation, but still that is a pattern, right? Yeah, that's still it's a pattern. So data science or machine learning or deep learning algorithms, identify that kind of patterns very effectively, and it gives us better predictive analytics, and it identifies better pattern discovery. It identifies the patterns very effectively, right? Yeah. So what is data science? So talking in a technical way, data science is a blend of various tools, algorithms, and machine learning principles with the goal to discover the hidden patterns from the raw data. Yeah. So we use complex mathematical algorithms, or we use complex mathematical algorithms to train the data and identify the patterns present in the data, and we use that complex mathematical algorithm to predict the outcome as well. Yeah, that is technically said, like for data science. But in a business point of view, what do you mean by data scientist? Data science is, it is primarily used to make decisions and predictions, as I already told you earlier. So in order to make good business making decisions and all, based upon the predictions and all, people are taking decisions, right? So people are taking good decisions. For example, let us consider one use case. We all have seen Amazon, right? Amazon, where you buy the products and all. So previously in the recommendation engine, whenever you buy any mobile, almost like 5 years back, the related products, whatever, whenever you see the related products, or the different mobiles will be shown there, because the mobile has got related products with that. But now in this data science generation, what people are doing is, so they are identifying the similar tastes between the users, and they are recommending those products which the users have already bought it. The similar taste users have already bought it. For example, so if I'm the person newly joined Amazon, and there are millions of users already out there in the world, and there few people, few batch of users in that, bought the iPhone. Immediately they bought the iPhone charger as well, for example. So I have the similar taste of that particular batch. So if I buy an iPhone, immediately it will show me the related product as iPhone charger, right? So that's people for making easy decisions. Now I have entered the Amazon. I'll be very impressed. Like, I have taken the iPhone and I have got similar taste with other people, so they have recommended me the iPhone charger. Immediately I'll buy the iPhone charger as well now. So likewise, there's so many related products. Not only that, while watching Netflix or any Amazon Prime kind of, you'll be coming across this related recommendations. When you watch a movie, you'll get a recommendation that you can watch this movie as well. So it's all based upon the data science techniques, where the techniques uses the similarities between the users, and we use some mathematical algorithms there in order to identify the similar tastes between the users, and we fix those recommendations and we recommend the users in such a way, right? It might be anything like recommendation engines. We call that as a recommendation engine. You can use that recommendation in e-commerce industry, or you can use that recommendation in the Netflix kind of, right? Yeah. So I've given one use case here. Amazon has got a huge data of customers like age, sex, location, etc. Because whenever you register with Amazon, or you give your delivery address and the email address or the phone number and the age group and everything, whenever you register with your Gmail, automatically the Gmail will provide all the details of whatever you have so far in your Gmail. Na? It directly gives to the Amazon, and Amazon will store that in their databases, and they try to identify the patterns present in the data. For example, if the Amazon wants to launch a new t-shirt, so they need to consider like this age group, this particular age group from 25 to 30 are interested in this kind of t-shirt. So if the more number of users are from the 25 to 30 age group, then that becomes very easy for them to order the to go into more sales and to get more profits, right? So that's why people are collecting data from so long, and they are identifying the patterns from the data in order to make sure uh, they in order to make sure they have good sales and they have good profits, and they don't go into the losses and all. So people are utilizing the data in a good way now. So data is a new currency these days, because data is everything. So if you have the data, you can change anything. You can change the sentiment of a person as well. See, yeah, according to the data and all, you can clearly change it. And other use case is, I mean, the Tesla self-driving cars, or Google has not launched. Yeah, so Tesla's self-driving cars, where we train roads, barricades, or any U-turns or turns to the artificial intelligence algorithm. And if a new road picture has come in picture, it clearly understand that it's a road and I need to take a turn to the left or right whenever there is a dead end. So that's how people are using it very effectively. So they are training the robots as well, right? So Tesla car is not a complete robot, but yeah, so the brain part, whatever we train, that is related to mostly to a robot, where we train everything with the images and we train everything with the natural language for the robots. But coming to Tesla cars, the images are very sufficient, and yeah, so to train the machine and all, so they collect lots of images. So now the data is present in the form of images as well. So they collect the lots of images, and yeah, so they train the machine, they clean the data. So that is called as image classification techniques, where we can classify the images based upon the categories and all, and it identifies the patterns very effectively by looking at the image. And that's how we train the self-driving cars or anything. This is one kind of use case where I'm explaining you. But yeah, so there are like so many use cases out there, because since there are so many domains these days, take retail domain, or take any educational domain, take any e-commerce domain, or take any automobile industry. There are so many domains out there. Everyone these days, everyone are using these data science techniques and artificial intelligence techniques in order to automate the stuff, and in order to identify the good patterns, insights. You have to identify the insights from the data. Those are like in a scientific way, right? Yeah. So people previously, what they used to do is they used to perform statistics and they used to predict the outcome, but that was like mostly 50 to 60% accurate. But they have, by using this data science techniques and all, people have pushed it to 80 to 85%. Sometimes the bar has raised to 90% as well, right? So that's why people are slowly moving into this data science. The statisticians, they are also learning data science. The mathematicians, they are also learning data science, and they're identifying a good algorithms. So they're building algorithms, and they're about to identify the patterns present in the data, and they're predicting the outcomes. So that's why everyone are dealing with data science these days. So data science is everywhere. I mean, the artificial intelligence or anything, the machine learning, whatever you call it, no? So it is everywhere, right? So in order to get the good essence of that machine learning algorithm or data science techniques and all, you need to clearly understand what data is talking with us. I'm stretching this point because that's the main goal for a data scientist. You need to understand what data is talking with us. Then you will decide later on. But the initial state is you need to understand what data is, right? You need to understand the data by graphically representing it, or by tabularly representing it, and then you'll identify and you do some data analysis part on that. So data analysis is divided into four types again. So those four types, each type has got its own unique identification, right? Yeah. So they do the analysis part on that, and then they come into conclusion. And for example, if there are 10 inputs and one output, think in this way. So the three inputs are not that used for the output y. Then you need to statistically prove it initially, and then you can remove those three columns or three outputs, right? Because the garbage in how much the garbage you give to the machine, that much the garbage it gives you out, right? So to reduce that garbage, in order to clean the data properly, we need to statistically prove first initially, and then later on go with the uh, yeah, sorry, and later on we can directly go with the whatever the input so far we have after statistically proven. We'll take those inputs and we drop everything into the model, and then we train the machine and we predict the y outcomes. Yeah. So the skill of a data scientist. So what exactly you require, in order to become a good data scientist? The first thing is you need to have a domain expertise. Yeah. So learning data science is the first stage, but yeah. So ultimately you need to understand how the domain is working and all. Then only you can apply the data science techniques there. So without having the proper knowledge on domains and all, uh, it's not that great if you learn data science. You need to understand and you need to choose to which domain you want to go, right? We have quantitative finance domain as well, like the JP Morgan companies, they deal with finance data and all. So there also people are using data science techniques to identify good patterns present in the finance market and all. Likewise, you need to decide which domain I want to go. Then you can understand then you should understand how the data present in the domain and all, and you need to perform good statistical analysis on that. That's what here statistical research is there. So you need to have a good grip on the statistics, and where we in our institution, we teach statistics in a practical way. So practical way in the sense, we teach statistics by using Excel, and then we show you how the predictions are done in the Excel, and then slowly we move on to this data science by using Python and all. We'll slowly shift and we'll teach you how to predict the outcomes by using Python. But first we need to understand how the statistics is being used in day-to-day life, like in day-to-day data scientist life. So after understanding, you'll get a clear picture how statistics are used, then you will jump directly into the data science. Yeah, before if you don't have a knowledge on the math and stats, no, it becomes a little bit complex for us, to learn data science and all. If you have a good understanding about statistics and math, then definitely the data science will be a good domain for you, and you can learn it very easily and effectively. Yeah. And the next thing is data processing. This is where you clean the data, the raw data, whatever you get from different sources, whatever the data you get from different sources, you try to clean the data properly. You try to clean the data. So whatever the cleaning techniques are there, that goes under this data processing techniques, right? So yeah, after that, you need to have mathematics, and then yeah, computer science background is not required, because in our institution we teach everything from the basics, where the person who doesn't have a knowledge on computer also, he will learn a lot in our institution. And coming to this machine learning, yeah, so machine learning is very crucial, because machine learning is a statistical functional formula, where you use the statistical functional formula to predict the outcomes. So for that sake, we need the machine learning. We need to have a good knowledge on machine learning. So this is a Venn diagram of the entire data science life cycle. So if you know all these, if you have a good knowledge on all the things, whatever I have mentioned so far, then you'll be having a good grip on data science, and yeah, and slowly you'll be moving into the artificial intelligence as well. Yeah. And after this, we have a basic difference between business intelligence versus data science. Yeah, business intelligence is already there in the market, and data science is also, yeah, already there. But previously, why people are slowly moving from business intelligence to data science. These are the basic differences. See, looking backward. So you can only look backward. Like if you have the data, you look backward and you can't look forward. Like what's going to happen, right? So in data science, you can look forward. Like you can predict the outcomes, right? In the data sources, you can only use structured data. Like take the example of Power BI. So Power BI is a power business intelligence tool, right? So where you can use structured data only to define to represent everything in the graphical format or anything you want. But coming to this data science, we can represent anything, any data, like structured data or unstructured data, the logs or cloud data, SQL, no SQL data, and textual data or image data, anything. Data science takes all kinds of data formats, and we clean the data properly and we train the machine. In the business intelligence approach is statistics and visualization. That's what Power BI and Tableau does, right? And ClickView also does that only. But coming to data science, we use statistics, we visualize the thing, and we do some machine learning analysis and graph analysis. And if you want to go with natural language processing, that is a neuro linguistic programming, where you deal with the natural language, the Alexa and the Google Assistant. People train natural language sentences to the machines, and uh, they train it, and machine decides which sentence I need to reply first, right? So those all, that happens. It's unstructured data. So that's why, in the business intelligence you can't do it, and the data science, you can do it. The main focus for the business intelligence is past and present, and the main focus for data science is, this present, you identify the patterns and you get the future as well, right? Yeah, so this is the life cycle of a data scientist, where the first thing is discovery. As I already told you, we need to identify the data. The data might be in different formats. And after the data preparation, like before training the machine, we need to clean the data properly. Yeah, already I have told you this also. The garbage in is equals to garbage out. So we need to clean the data properly. And then model planning. So there's so many algorithms out there. Which algorithm will be best suited for my data? So you need to have a plan for that. And then after that, we'll build the model. We will build the model, we'll check the error rate, we'll check the accuracy rate. If the accuracy rate is low, and we tweak the model to improve the accuracy and reduce the error rate. And then ultimately we go for the deployment. So deployment can be in various ways. So deployment can be done like by creating microservices for the model what you have trained, and you place that microservice on the cloud, and people can use it. If not directly, you can place that on the cloud in the form of a web server, and people can directly use that. Okay. But yeah, so these days people are all people, everyone are dealing with the API stuff and all, so it's always good if you learn APIs as well. The application programming interface, where the application programming interface is something where you can communicate with two platforms. It's platform independent. Like you can write the code in Python, and React.js, the front end technology, can talk with Python and take the respective data, kind of. So the deployment and all, we need to clearly understand what could be the best suited deployment for my machine learning model, where people can use it very effectively. So these all are the things, where in our institution we teach the discovery, from the discovery till the deployment part. We teach everything, where you can plan your career in a better way and effectively. So we teach data science in a practical way. So as I already told you, the statistics also will be taught in a practical way. So we train you in such a way so that the fundamentals, whatever we teach, that makes you so strong in data science, fundamentally strong. And then you can have a good career, you can have a good path in the data science and all. Data science and artificial intelligence, if you want to go into artificial intelligence also, we can go there, right? So yeah, I guess that's it for the demo. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, so if you want to add anything, you can add until, or we can close the session. I guess that's it, guys. So we're done with the demo.